What up, my freaks? RuinousInsight here with part 54 of my Total Warhammer 3 Zhatan the Black Immortal Empires campaign. So as we saw last time, Astragoth Ironhand had a proper debut battle facing off against the resident hobo of the Great Orthodoxy and defeating all those bears and little groms and whatnot that he brought to face off against Astragoth. It was a pretty good army, specifically looking like it was designed to fight Astrogoths, but at the end of the day, these centaurs did win out and are now in range of Erengrad, which is going to be a very valuable take, assuming that we can get to it before some other Chaos faction does, which we shall see, hopefully. Now, in terms of what we got to do this time around, or at the very least this turn, there isn't much to do because we did pretty much everything, and I finished off pretty much everything in between the episodes, at least with regards to basic admin. There's still buildings to build, but otherwise we can end the turn and then hopefully proceed to maybe fight Imric or somebody. Imric does have a full stack here, though whether he's brave enough to try to go through Yoba's Stormbreaker and Gordas remains to be seen. Now let's do the buildings such as they are. We don't actually have a lot of raw materials here, and no income whatsoever, or no gold whatsoever, so it should be fairly quick. Start with you there, Tribute Shrine at the Silver Pinnacle, Celestial Riverlands. I've checked you like every single episode, and I'm going to continue checking you, not building anything there until we don't have more important stuff. Rail Network we can leave. Honestly, our public order is pretty okay, especially now that I've done the thing where I've put all of our labor in the 3 gates. Granted, it makes us lose quite a bit of labor because they're at 5% loss, but this also means we don't have to worry about public order at all. And really, we just have to sell off the extra labor in the gates, and it works just fine. I think this is a pretty good use, and I like the fact that, once again, this makes it so that there's an actual use for the Great Bastion. I've always found it silly that it does really nothing for you. I really hope SFO fixed that. I don't know. I haven't checked specifically for the Chaos Dwarfs. Anyway, back to this. Wolflands, we are looking good here, continuing to fortify. Zorna's School. Ah, yes. All right, so let's get that armament assembly line. And in the Great Skull Lakes, where are you? Oh, wait, that's down here, isn't it? Okay, so we probably don't need defenses here, or at least I hope not. It is a factory, mind you. Karakadrin will start here at Karakadrin. Yeah, it's unlikely that they'll get all the way over here, right? Or at least I hope I'm right. I guess we'll find out. Now, you are, gonna go for the gold panners then. Don't need the raw materials output, that's for sure. Alright, looking good. Nobler Country, we have nothing to build here. Wastelands of Jinshan looks good to me as well, at the very least, in the stuff that isn't necessary at the current time. Warpstone Desert, you're fine. Eastern Colonies. Serpent Estuary, nope. Yeah, looks like the next time we build stuff will be starting from the bottom, and ooh, we do also have to send a convoy out before I forget. Let's get that Sorcerer Prophet's Estate, because we want to max those out at the very least, if not the public order places. Especially since, once again, we're not getting public order problems from our labor anymore. Armament assembly line for you. Let's bump up that Sorcerer Prophet's Estate, and that's it. Alrighty, yeah, still a fair few places left, so we'll do those from the start next time. Alrighty, Convoy. New. And I believe we were going to send out Vrogny Drakbeard. Yes, let's double check that he doesn't need to level. Oh, he's so close to the next level. 10 XP points. You gotta be kidding me. Oh, and he doesn't need to level, so that's fine. Let's add Master. You're the one that's missing one. Yeah, okay. And where do we send you, friendo? We could sell some armaments if we wanted to. At this point, money isn't the worst thing, but I still feel like labor is better generally. We can't send you to Karant Kar because you're at war with we're at war, I should say, with those. And yeah, there's no more ways to acquire labor by the looks of it. Well, that's a shame. I guess we're gonna have to send you out for money. And resource change in 6 turns. Yeah, we have no choice but to go for money. We could get raw materials, but honestly, this also doesn't seem worth it. 186 is just not enough. Alright, well, money it is. 4,500, 3,400, 4,700, 5 turns. I wonder why we get more from the Haunted Forest. Is it because we own it? Huh. Despite the fact that it's less turns, well, I guess it's Haunted Forest for us. We will sell off some armaments for a little bit of cash. Alrighty. Dispatch. Wait, did I... Okay, no, you're good. Alright, and now that you're dispatched... I'm gonna take 4 turns. 4, 4, 5, 7. Yeah, we definitely need to send somebody a long ways away next. So it takes more turns. Scalix Ironforge, you're going to join Vrongni. Like so. And there we go. Now his army is maxed out at the very least in terms of having all the heroes. I think 2 more convoys require all heroes, and then we'll be done with that aspect of the admin at the very least. Let's skip damage building where? Oh, Shrine of Sotek. Oh, right. Yes, this. Oh, I'm excited about this. Let's see. I don't know if these guys are going to survive. In fact, I somehow doubt that they're going to survive, especially if everyone here attacks us. I think there's another stack back here as well. Remember the... I remember these guys were actually chasing us with another stack, and it wasn't this one. It might have been Eltharion himself. Long story short, I'm worried for these poor raiders, but well, you know, that's why they're here. They risked their lives for glory and fortune, and well, they'll have to actually prove that they were worth keeping. Raider now. Oh, I forgot about you. Where were you going? All right, you're going along the coastline to gather islands. I might make another raider to go along the within the sea as well. We just want more materials at sea. I will not rest until we get it again. Chant wants us to join war against the Golden Order. Why would we bother? They're not bothering us right now, and there's no need. Though we will probably start destroying their stuff and taking over the... well, actually, probably we'll just make a ruin of everything in the Empire. We're probably just going to sack and raise the Empire instead of bothering to... actually get settlements there. Though what I might do... Underway interception. Oh, well, that's unfortunate for you, buddy. I'll resolve this. What I might do... And I'll think about this, but oh, another Tormentor Sword, nice, is just take main settlements, since we can get them up to tier 5, and just have main settlements sort of dot the land, and not bother with the outposts and factories, kind of like if we were playing the Chaos Warriors, or Warriors of Chaos. And it might make sense. This is all a tiny amount of everything, so we're just gonna take the labor. Crooked Moon, is it finally time for you to declare war on us? Yes, indeed it is. We've been waiting for that one. Yeah, this is slightly concerning. I have to admit, there's a lot of their armies nearby. Ouch. Alright, well, our armies are certainly gonna have their work cut out for them. I love it. I absolutely love it. I'm actually really glad of this. We were going to have to wipe them out before we started fighting the endgame scenario anyway. As otherwise Skarsnik would have been quite annoying. Although I suppose he could have held off the endgame scenario, but you know what? I don't think the dwarfs... actually I'm just wondering. Would they appreciate it if the greenskins overran and destroyed their kin? Or would they prefer to kill them themselves? I would generally think that they would prefer to do it themselves, but, you know. Oh, yes, 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 yes. Wait. Announcements, go away, go away, go away. Yes, more announcements, please. Go away. Go away. Ooh, Armor of Destiny. Okay, you come here. You come to ruin us. Forbidden Rod. And some Bale Taurus. Magic item. Okay, thank you. This is why I got so excited with the Cult of Pleasure destroyed. If I can click you, we can get the outpost built to the Galleon's graveyard. Beautiful. And there's once again quite a few units in the in Dreadfleet that I'd like to have access to. Fantastic. Alright, too bad it doesn't seem that he... Is he at level 5 or tier 5? No, he's at tier 4, okay. I'm hoping that he will build the Necrofex Colossus building, because if he doesn't, it would be stupid. I've actually oftentimes, I gotta say, more often than not, in fact, seen the Dreadfleet not build the Necrofex Colossus building, which is absolutely insane, considering they're Noctilus's signature unit. Yeah, the AI definitely needs a behavior adjustment in order to, well, specifically deal with that. Malekith, you're still reasonably friendly with us, though you're a little bit afraid of us. You're at strength rank 3. I think to get some sort of alliance going with you, though the, our friends might not like it very much. Where is our efficiency being screwy? Right here, new place, the Desolation of Asgore. Really? What? Wait, we have something at the Desolation of Asgore? I didn't even realize that. which is where? It's right here somewhere, isn't it? Yes. What do you have? You have 2 factories, and oh, it's because you have the high-quality assembly line? No, it's because you have the marble quarry. Alright, fair enough. Though, will you have it for long, considering? Zugrak Backslider is coming near. You know what? Tordrek Drake Killer, you are waiting for reinforcements. However, I think you're gonna move. You're gonna move and you're gonna hunt down some gobos for us. Oh, Skarsnik failed. Huh. He failed and took took a lot of damage doing that, yeah. Well, these Orky armies nearby, man, these guys are gonna get crushed between us. And oh, Imrik, you coward. He didn't attack Yobaz, and is that a Skaven Plague? Yes, it is. I really don't want Imrik's Skaven Plague, I gotta say. So here's the problem. If he attacks Spite Peak, he'll transfer the Plague to us. Oh, the frickin' Skaven Plague. We really need to destroy these guys. Alright, well, I'll think about this, but it isn't a battle right now. Either way, that doesn't change the fact that Tordrek needs to move north together with Mr. Overseer Traino. And Troop Train, I'm guessing you can recruit right now, so we're gonna have you recruit for Overseer Traino, who is missing 3 units of Hobgoblin Wolf Raiders and a bunch of Hobgoblin Sneaky Gits. So, 3 units of Wolf Raiders and Sneaky Gits, that's 5 units, and you need 5 units. Perfection. Alrighty, you guys chase down these units. Will they be able to take Silver Spear? Not with this army, but that doesn't mean another army isn't on the way. In fact, I probably imagine that one is. Scaff Stonebeard, can you land here? Can't quite tell, give it a try. We could land at Libaris, that would be just swell. Also, can you return to Libaris and Steel Tech? Nope. Can we Steel Tech from here? Nope, at the very least it's unlikely. What's your 2 turns and 1 turn? Oh, for the love of... 67, yeah, that's not gonna happen. Okay, fine, I guess we're gonna move this way then. Tech Thief 1 this way, Tech Thief 2 go up north so that you guys are separated a little bit. Delete. And, oh, is this escape? Oh, for the love of... I was gonna have Zhatan take Lamia. I can't believe there's escape plague there. Alright, well, either way, it doesn't change the fact that we're gonna take Libaras. Banner of Eternal Flame, let's put that on, I think, the Granite Guard. And Gleaming Pennant, it doesn't really matter who it's on, just put it on you. And, oh right, I forgot you have the Lichbone Pennant, but you know what, that's fine. I'll resolve this. Scaff's army is nearly complete. We're getting ready for that endgame scenario. Establish this as a factory. Alright, what's our raw materials at, by the way? A little bit low. As in, well, as long as it's around 10k, I think we'll be okay. Just don't want it to get lower than that. Delete this, and get that port up and running, and then upgrade you immediately. And I guess upgrade those walls immediately as well. Everything needs to be nice and walled. Doomglade. I guess you're going for walls as well. This is why we're taking factories, after all. Now I guess the question for us is, do we, first of all, can we build any more? I guess we can global recruit 1 unit. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We are missing 1 Hobgoblin Sneaky Git. Let's get... Oh, no we're not. You know what? You can have a source... Nope. I built a sorcerer, yes, alright. There you go, perfect. Okie dokie, so where can we fight immediately? Where are we in range? We are in range of 8 peaks, and it looks pretty weak to me. It doesn't look like a crazy battle or anything. Is there a full stack belonging to the orcs that just declared war on us that's nearby to us? Huh. Oh, look at that. Bogrub Madera ran away. Huh. Oh no, that's actually not great because he might run to... Great Skull Lakes. Okay, how are we gonna do this? Karakungor, rather, is auto-resolvable, which means Overseer Vargash can take it, which also means then we can jump. I guess the question is whether these guys will intercept us, and the answer I'm betting is probably not. At the very least, I imagine they'll fail. So what we'll do is put you both here. I don't think you can reach Karakungor in 1 go. I guess another concern about this is we start losing Karakaraziak and stuff like that. As in anything here if we jump both these guys away, but Gorth the Cruel needs to return to our territory because he's holding units that need to be transferred. And actually Thrunbaj Unzaled, his army needs to be modified as well. Both of these guys' army need to be modified. They need to get out of here. Alright, well, Kazadir Kolaz is probably what we're going to work on. Some nice stacks here. And Gorthy, I'm going to have you jump right there. No interception. What about you, Thronbaj? Yeah, Dakuaj Da, whatever you just said. And no interception either. Okie dokie. It would be nice if these guys sallied out and brought this massive garrison with them. Overseer Vargash, you are going to go ahead and auto-resolve Karakungor. And does this destroy Karakadrin? Or do they have... No, they have one more settlement to the west there. Auto-resolve. Obsidian Trinket. Don't keep that, but do occupy his factory. Thank you, and yes, and did you keep that Obsidian Trinket? Yes, indeed you did, but unkeep it for me. Thanks. Alright, lovely. Kazadir Kalaz, you are good tech thief. You are going to try to steal from Kazadir Kalaz, though whether that succeeds remains to be seen. Failure. And Tech Thief just got a Taurus. No, not for Tech Thieves. Not for Tech Thieves, especially since you're being deleted soon. Ooh, and next turn we get the Infernal Engineer upgrade, and the armament cost reduction, and all the other good stuff for the War Machines. I love it. Zal Stormbreaker Hori... Oh, you're just a convoy, okay. And ooh, hello. Serena Katrin has decided to besiege Prague. I'm wondering whether we should just sally out and fight this on the field. The problem is you don't have a caster, but you are a caster. You have Ash Storm, Dark Subjugation, Burning Wrath. You don't have any of the big spells. You have plenty of mana. Mana on the big spells. What we could do here, if we really wanted to, is reset you, because Dark Subjugation is a waste. In fact, we should reset you. Alright, I'll do that in a second. I feel like that's a battle worth fighting. Astrogoth, I need you to immediately take Erengrad, however, as we cannot even countenance losing it. What the heck? Just not a very successful tech thief? Okay, fair enough. Go here. Success, good for Tech Thief. And Astrogoth to Erengrad. I really don't care about Fortis Drosk and Zoishank. Might even trade it to some of the Forces of Chaos. Auto-resolve this. It's technically worth also the Forces of Chaos. And sack the place for 10k and 4.5k labor. Ooh, that's nice. 8.5k raw materials is very nice as well, but yeah, I'll take the money on the labor for now. Sack. And then, hey, and you got perfect vigor out of that as well, and more sacking settlement buffs. Yeah, all right. And oh, you got the little free army from that, did you? All right, nice. This isn't the Skaven Plague, is it? No, okay, it's just Babel Steep. Why are you taking attrition then? Motherland attrition. Okay, that's fine. And occupy the place. Add tier 5. Beautiful. Alrighty, and hey, we even get to keep the Erengrad Harbor. Not at the max level, mind you, but still great. And we'll go Masterful Architects here. Does it still give us trade tariffs? Yes, indeed it does, and tradable goods. Beautiful. And we should... We'll wait until Masterful Architects is up, and then we will... we'll probably get this going in one turn. Alright, we do need defenses here, however, so obviously Fane Guard and quite obviously Prototype Mega Mortar. They don't cost that much at level 1. I don't think we need the Manufactory Complex here, however, but we will build the Pottery, which is further construction cost reduction. Swell, we might also rush the construction cost of that. We are definitely going to go for the Treasure Hall, because we have to build them everywhere, and I guess we don't need this, so we will delete it. Lovely. Alrighty, and then Astrogoth will be using this as a base. Everything else around here I think will turn to ruin. Well, obviously not the main settlements like Wolfenburg, nice gold mine and stuff, but yeah, we already have too much admin, and I really am not interested in holding any more minor settlements. It's the mountains we want. Okie dokie, now it's time to sally out with an army that was, well, not originally going to have these big fights, but now we may as well enjoy ourselves. Let's see, what do we have here? Infernal Castellan, yes. Boost income. You do have restock, but your this stuff isn't quite right. Alright, I'm going to reset you. What do you have, by the way? Materialistic. Well, I guess for this one fight we'll keep you. Reset character skills, yes. And then we will go for you. Infernal Slugs, Warmatic, Blast Protection, Flash Bomb in your face. Inspiring Presence only works on Infernal Guard, which I believe we have 2 of them in this army. Probably not super useful right now. And again, it's 1 point. Not a big deal. And then we'll go Survivalist, we'll go Piercing Shots, and let's say Bandolier. We'll go for Extra Powder, Gun Sight always ready and restock. And actually we have a decent amount of points remaining, which means we can also make you something of a tank for our line. You're never going to run out of ammunition. I've never seen these guys even come close to running out of ammunition. Let's do... Oh wow, only 200 per point of this? Yeah, that's kind of not worth it. Blade Master instead, and then I think either the spell or the missile resistance. Let's go missile resistance, because you're up front. This isn't a leadership aura, isn't it? It's just a regular leadership. Okay, that's fine. Alrighty, then you're going to need the same thing here, because if we're going to fight with you, you are going to need better skills. Reset skills, please, and we are going to get you Burning Wrath X2, because it's nice and spammable. Definitely Killing Fire. We want Ash Storm. I don't care about Curse of Hashat or Dark Subjugation, but I'll get 1 point in Curse of Hashat just to get the point. Evasion. And then, do we want Hellhammer or do we want Flames of Asgore for this battle? We could get both if we really wanted to. The Streltsy are going to be susceptible to... Well, actually, they're going to be susceptible to either spell. I guess we could get both. We do have the points. Get both. And we could get Unyielding Command for the Leadership Aura, but I think we're okay right now. Winds of Magic and Miscast-based chance reduction, eh? Or we get another point and reduce the cost of this. You're probably going to miscast a bit. But the cost reduction isn't that crazy. You know, let's get Earthing. He's going to be overcasting Burning Wrath throughout the entire fight, so well, let's face it, we need all the reductions we can get. There we go. It's not a bad army. It wasn't original. Well, we didn't even design it. It's sort of just overflow of units, but it certainly works as an army, so here we go. And Pyrrhic Victory, eh? Oh, that's what I like to see in these battles. Obviously, we're facing off against a legendary lord with an army not designed by us or to fight, but, well, it's always fun working with what you got. And I just realized that the elves didn't attack our piles of hobgoblin raiders. Man, okay, maybe we'll attack them. We'll see. Here we go. Oh wow, this guy's giving heckin' speeches today. Damn. Alrighty, well, I'm pretty excited for this one. I think it's going to be a pretty great fight. We got a lot of enemies to contend with. Serena Caterin's at level 40, much more so, or much more leveled than our lord at the current time. Plus, we have a ton of pretty much basic units. I mean, we don't have much more than various types of Chaos Warriors and blunderbusses and weaker stuff, so nothing above tier 2 really, where the enemy has a bunch of tier 3 stuff, some regiments of renown, etc, etc, etc. Little Grom, the Frozen Heart of Winter, elemental bear regiment of renown, and yeah, exciting times. So in terms of how we're going to do this, we are going to annoy the enemy with spell work as best we can, which is why Kigel is moving around, whereas otherwise this is our garrison force, which is going to move into the maw of the enemy bears and probably take the most damage. While the enemy is distracted with fighting that, there's a Burning Wrath coming down. While they're distracted with that, we're going to have our secondary force, the one that Kigel was controlling, is thus better and has a couple of elite units, and all those Chaos Dwarf warriors with weapons and blunderbusses, they're going to hit the enemy a little bit from the flank and hopefully dish out a decent amount of damage. We do still have spell work that we can cast in addition to all the bound abilities, so the Dreadquake battery comes down and does a decent amount of damage to the various infantry. I could have probably saved it and actually dropped it on these units once they moved on to the map, but at the end of the day, we can just fight them. Looks like Kigel, while he did manage to do a little bit of damage, 97 kills and 10k, he is starting to take hits from the war sleds and the Streltsy here. Looks like they're still affected by Killing Fire or whatever it is. Definitely got to be wary of heavy war sleds sniping your lords. I definitely use this strategy myself a lot in my own Boris Ursus campaign, and using the using the war sleds to gun down bloodthirsters and Lords of Change. Anything big, Lords, they're quite good at it, in fact. And I'd love to see how effective they are at doing the same in SFO at some point. Anyway, since the enemy has decided to separate its Streltsy from its main forces, we've summoned the Kadai Fireborn on top of them, and while they do get charged by some Griffin Legion and will probably get destroyed, the enemy Streltsy are in pretty bad shape. These guys are glass cannons after all, the Kadai I mean, and they're quite good at ripping infantry like this apart. And I do mean that quite literally. Anyway, these guys are looking good, though Kigal not looking so hot here, despite being chased by a unit that's driving on ice. We're going to move in some Chaos Dwarf warriors to bail him out. In the meantime, the rest of our army is moving in to get the proper fight going. The battle lines are set up. The Heart of Winter, the Frozen Heart of Winter, I should say, is kicking a few of our Chaos warriors around, and we're going to start using our blunderbusses as well as our fire arrows or our hobgoblin archers against that. Just out of curiosity, do elemental bears have a fire weakness on them or no? You would think that something made of ice would have a fire weakness, but on the other hand, I suppose that it is... I mean, it's sort of made of ice, but it's also a magical thing, so yeah. Anyway, looks like one of our Hobgoblin Cutthroats units was distracting some Zharr Guard and some elite infantry, and we're just going to go ahead and drop another Dreadquake Mortar Barrage on the enemy. Everything looks really pixelated when the Dreadquake Mortar drops. It looks like too many things are happening at once, and I don't know whether it's my monitor or my graphics settings or my PC, but yeah. Anyway, looks like the Dreadquake Mortar has basically annihilated 2 out of those 3 units, or maybe there was another one in there, so that at least is going fairly well. The reinforcements are still moving into the fray, lots more Streltsy coming in, so hopefully we can destroy the enemy melee units before the Streltsy dish out too much damage. Our main force with our tons of Chaos Warriors has also arrived, and we should be careful about hurting ourselves too much with our own units. Ooh, very nice use of the breath spell there. I'm trying to remember what it's called, but I can't remember. It's been too long since I played Kislev at this point. Ice something. Ice Maiden's Kiss, yeah, there we go. Alright, though to be fair, Ice something was a pretty easy guess. Anyway, it looks like some Imperial troops are fighting with us, or fighting with the enemy, and yeah, blunderbusses, you gotta be careful. And we are going to move them around and have them specifically target units like the Elemental Bears, as well as Tsarina Katrin. In the meantime, the Frozen Heart of Winter is being focused down quite a bit now, and is down to half HP, though it's done quite a lot of damage at 150 kills already, wreaking absolute havoc on our front lines with those Zharr Guard with great weapons and their armor-piercing damage ripping through the Chaos Dwarf Warriors. Hardly surprising. That said, the balance of power has certainly shifted in our favor at this point, and we are now moving our flyers in to hopefully stop the little Grom from firing, and hopefully stop the Streltsy from helping the enemy out. A Wrath of Zharr comes in just as the regular Tauruses land. Something for them to do, finally, since we don't use a lot of the regular Tauruses throughout this campaign. Once again, I don't really see a purpose to them when you can get Bale Tauruses and you can just get tons of sorcerers in every army instead. The Lamasu is going to go ahead and start attacking the Little Grom because it's a better single entity killer, whereas the Bale Tauruses are going to go and mince some infantry, as they like to do. It looks like the Elemental Bear is down to about 20% of its HP, and now we've got Centaurs working on it, but damn, this thing can tank. It has taken so much damage at this point. And it's done so much damage as well. It's about time we brought the thing down. What a frickin' tank. Well done to you, Frozen Heart of Winter. Props, credit where it's due, etc, etc, etc. With the death of the Heart of Winter, the bounce power shifts even further, about 80% in our favor. Another one of the enemy lords has been nearly killed here, the Boyar, and though Tsarina Katrin is not really fighting, which is a bit surprising, the AI does have a tendency to keep Tsarina Katrin in particular as a caster, and thus keep her back as if she was weak, but while she may not be an Imric level fighty lord, or a Zhatan level fighty lord, she can certainly still fight fairly decently, especially if it's something like a Taurus or a Lamassu. She should be able to take care of those just fine. But the AI is misusing the character a little bit, though. To be fair, what isn't the AI often misusing? Anyway, another Burning Wrath comes down. Kigal's still flying around and trying not to die, but the battle looks to be pretty much ours. A few more hits onto this Boyar from our our blunderbusses. There we go. That's the word I was looking for. And that guy should be done for. We're also moving towards Serena Katrin, and the blunderbusses have targeted her as well. Looks like the hobgobs are going to take a lot of damage for their trouble as well, but it's okay. It doesn't matter, as it looks like By Our Blood appears to have activated, and within 30 seconds, the rest of the enemy army will be done. Now, that said, we can clearly see we've taken a lot of damage. Lots of our units are very badly hurt or nearly destroyed, though we did manage to overwhelm the enemy at the end of the day. What a battle for Prague. And you know what? I really appreciate the fact that this was huge battle was outside Prague / for Prague as well. Once again referencing the Boris Ursus campaign, which I have a big soft spot for. Prague in particular in that campaign had so many battles. And I like to see a continuation of that. Though, from the other side, I guess. Anyway, a few more enemy units to take out as By Our Blood runs its course, and I do believe that's it. The enemy has now shattered, and now it's just time to chase them down and acquire a little bit of extra labor. Sorry, Streltsy, you don't appear to have done all that much in this battle. The first units got ripped apart by the Kadai, and then the second set got ripped apart by the Bale Tauruses, and slightly, to a degree, by the Lamassu as well. Too bad we only have one use of the Kadai Fireborn. Does anybody know when you get the tech that increases the use number of... I know that there's a tech at the top of the tree. I don't remember which tree. I think the sorcery tree that increases the use number of every single thing from the tower. I would assume that that also includes the Kadai Fireborn summoning. It's already an extremely strong summoning. Ah, nice. Curse of Hashut bringing down the enemy lord. Very, very nice. Finally a use for the spell. Yeah, so I assume that it allows you to use Kadai Fireborn summoning twice, which would be fan-frickin-tastic. Anyway, I digress as usual. Oh, wow, lots of these little, these standing stones. What are these called? I know that these exist in real life, but I don't know what they're called. Oh, like the stones that look like they shouldn't be able to balance like this, but they're really big. I know I've seen a picture of one of those at some point. Seems like a lot of these. Map distracting me again. Anyway, Pyrrhic victory for us. We certainly took damage for it, but damn it if it wasn't a great time. Looks like Serena Katrin's army is in very bad shape, and I've said this before, but By Our Blood really does work against you when your units refuse to rout, and then that allows us to destroy even more of them. So, yeah, definitely a double-edged sword in some cases. Ooh, alrighty, very, very nice battle. That was pretty darn enjoyable. Gotta love it when you have a lot more units than the enemy, but they're basic units, so they're more liable to take a lot more damage. But you can overrun the enemy instead. Certainly makes for a change of pace as opposed to using, you know, super elite armies like Zhatans and whatnot. Anyway, Catherine's army is mostly destroyed. We still have a few units in here, but not really all that much. Huh. Why do we get so little labor? Huh, that's weird. I feel like we deserve more labor for that. 243, really? For this? We've destroyed less than full stacks and gotten like 800 labor before. Why? I still don't get how it works. Anyway, transport captives, it's okay. Labor is labor, and we should still be able to chase down and destroy these armies. Also, now you have frostbite fire. Yeah, fire and ice. A relic sword, ice load crusher for you, causes terror when fighting Kislev. Man, they really need to change out all the causes terror when whatever traits. They're so useless, especially considering most lords have access to a mount, that, especially for chaos, and dark elves and high elves and lots of factions. Heck, even Empire, right? I'm pretty sure Griffins cause terror as well, so yeah. Oh, right, not as useless as the Vampire Coast trait, which is in the middle of your tree somewhere and gives cause, I think it was cause terror? Might have been cause fear as well, but just silly. Anyway, you can auto-resolve Catherine's army, I hope. Yes. Don't screw us on this auto-resolve. Yeah, no, okay, we're fine. And, 197, yeah, we got half as much labor from that as we did from the fight itself. +2, eh? Not bad. Okay, we are not going to keep the Gold Sigil Sword, especially since Kagel is a very low level compared to the lords that we can get up and running now. So even with the defeat trait, we're probably just going to replace him with another lord, so that hardly matters. Anyway, with that, we are once more out of time, and I am going to call the episode here. Next time, I guess Astrogoth continues running or rampaging through the territories of Kislev, or raising and sacking as he goes, and taking the occasional, as we discussed, main settlement. We still have Kislev to take after all, and turn that into another fortress, and by taking out and ruining all of these places, we can just essentially prevent them from attacking here. More importantly, perhaps, is the fact that, once again, these guys have declared war on us, and thus we will be turning to fight them instead. They're going to be jumping all over into our territory, so it's going to be a hectic couple of episodes as we essentially react to that. So stay tuned for the fun times. Don't forget to leave a like and comment. All glory to the algorithm, and thanks for watching.